Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. The Wintervale event quest can be a little bit tough when fighting against the rocketry, but with the right strategy and with some right mini choices, this can be done even with an account that's less than 2 hours old. You get access to the quest at 22 sigils, and this is what my army looked like when I reached 22 sigils on a brand new account. So I have some of the starter minis here, obviously. I have the Griffin Rider, the Dogs Patrol, the Chain Lightning, and the Safe Pilot. And then I have a couple of minis that I managed to pick up from the grid. You kind of want at least some other cheap unbound so that you will be able to pick up presents more easily. I have Skeletons. I would prefer to have a Quillbore, but Skeletons is what I have, so that's there. And then some kind of AoE. Chain Lightning is quite weak for AoE, but I didn't have a lot of options. But I managed to pick up a Pyromancer, and Pyromancer can help me out a little bit as well. Obviously, none of these minis have any talents yet. And you remember, this is just a little bit over an hour old account. And I managed to pick up Dragizet as my starting leader, and Dragizet also has a talent, so Dragizet is going to be my tank. You probably want some kind of pretty tanky leader as your starting leader anyway, so Dragizet will fill that gap. And this team can take on the rocketry, and here is how. So here we go, let's take down that rocketry with a brand new account. The key thing here is to fight for the presents. You really don't want to get left behind with the present fight, because the presents give you gold, the presents give you more minis. You don't want to let the boss have any more presents than they possibly already get. So here I managed to pick up a couple of presents. I'm in the Jaina map right now, so that Centaur Meeting Stone is kind of hard. I could drop an Unbound over there and use that to pick up the present, and I think I will at some point, but for the time being, just going to try to go in. I tried to pick up those presents, but I failed. So that was actually really bad. That was a terrible opener from me in that perspective. So yeah, didn't manage to pick up that present. Then that causes a big attack on my base. Lots of unhappy things, but we managed to deflect that account. We managed to pick up some more presents, and we managed to take the chest. Presents and chests, presents and chests. That's what we want. And then once we are done with the presents and quests, so we have that cycle going on, then the next thing is the phase changes. The first phase change is going to spawn 2 drakes. The second phase change is going to spawn 2 polar bears. You need to be ready for those phase changes, so keep an eye on the health of the rocketry. The rocketry takes damage every time you pick up a present. That's the way that you damage the rocketry. So when you're picking up presents, see that health is ticking down. Be ready for when the phase is going to be reached. It's going to be reached quite soon. 1 more present, maybe 2 more presents. Not much to go. I'm trying to hold back a little bit gold here so that I would be ready for the phase change. And now the phase change is here, and here come the frost drakes. So 1 on each side. And I'm trying to send some ranged units. Dogs Patrol is wonderful here. Pyromancer also gets some things done. Alright, so we're dropping the left drake, and then the right drake manages to take down the base. That is unpleasant, but we can work with that. It's okay. As long as I'm able to keep picking up presents. It's really important to keep picking up presents, because if you lose the present race, then that means that the enemy is going to just overwhelm you. Okay, drakes are down, presents are being picked, and I'm ready for the polar bears next. So working on getting some gold, preferably before the phase change, while picking up presents for cheap. Let's see. Right there we managed to make some use of those skeletons, and polar bears are here. Alright, well, I have my leader, and leader also has a talent. So leader is probably your best mini at this point. So, and you probably have a fairly tanky leader. So leader is going to tank one of them, and the tower is going to tank the other. And there's a Griffin Rider that's supporting the tower and shooting the polar bear in the back. Polar bear has a cleave attack, so you don't want to position your troops right in front of the polar bear. But if you can position them behind it, then that's going to be fine. And now we have reached the point where no more phase changes are coming. This is just going to be the same thing until the end. But we still need to deal preferably a little bit of damage to a tree so that it will spit out more presents, and try to pick up as many presents as we can. So the more presents we pick, the more damage to the tree, and the better. Here we go. Presents, presents. Drakizat approaching the tree is wonderful because that means that Drakizat is, well, actually not doing anything. I was kind of hoping it might do something, but not this time. But I keep picking up presents. We're in overtime, but there's still enough time left. I'm confident this will be fine. So just keep picking up presents, be ready for the phase changes, and you can do it even with almost the starter army. Thank you for watching. Click like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and a special thanks to all of my Patreon supporters, YouTube members and Twitch subscribers who make all of these videos possible.